So, right, consciousness, its sole purpose is to organize, integrate, and evolve everything.
Okay.
That's the very reason, its very purpose, its very existence, which is why we have this fundamental innate yearning and desire to improve our lives, to do something different, to be better, right? There's this innate urge in every human being to seek for something that ultimately encompasses a state of freedom. And what they don't realize is this state of freedom, most importantly, more than anything, applies to our minds. Right? This mental state of freedom. We're often enslaved by our own thoughts. And you see all the disorders and problems that are prevalent today come from a disordered state of mind. Right? And you see even the physical ailments that exist today, right? We've created, a lot of drugs and things that help, with environmental problems. But when we come to our own physical problems, the ones that are most prevalent today are all inflammatory based. A lot of these problems today are all based on this huge amount of inflammation. The greatest cause of inflammation is the mind, is stress. Stress doesn't come from outside, it comes from within the mind. And a lot of people don't realize that stress, right, comes from essentially just having a lot of thoughts. It's not necessarily even having good thoughts or bad thoughts, because you can have something called positive delusion. Right? And positive delusion is another way that nature likes to keep you under control, because nature prevents you from growing.
Yes.
You're essentially no longer progressing and growing when you have positive delusions. You're no longer reflecting, you're no longer embodying the characters that consciousness uses to basically implement change into your life, to integrate and evolve your being. Mm-hmm. And so the whole point of this, right? There is a character that exists within nature, and this is called purity, right? Purity and innocence. And you see this prevalent in all of religions. Everybody talks about it in all religions and spirituality, this concept of purity and this concept of innocence, right? And it's coming from a level of vulnerability and sincerity with life itself, with who we are and with life, and with this ultimate authority that we have to acknowledge, that we have to understand has this huge control over us beyond our own minds. We often think that within our own minds, whatever we can do, we're the ones doing it and we're the ones most capable. And if you actually look even scientifically, what we've proven with over 6,000 science experiments, 660 peer-reviewed science publications, right? This is in life sciences, plants, animals, bacteria, viruses, fungi, seeds. We're talking non-living materials, right? Like metals, ceramics, polymers, chemicals. Non-living materials and living materials, they don't have a belief system. They don't have faith. They don't have their own minds, essentially, where that dictates, whether they're able to control their realities and change it once they change their minds. But this energy of consciousness can still change those things at the atomic and molecular and cellular levels, at the DNA level, at the genetic level. So without a mind, without this concept of self-reflection, and if I can change my mind, I can change my reality through the law of attraction, these things are still able to attract better conditions of life.
Yeah.
The law of attraction doesn't apply to plants and metals and ceramics and polymers.